Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is Diane Spiers, Marketing Strategy and PR at Bally's Corporate. Welcome to the show, Diane.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate you coming on out here all the way to the Galloway campus. Listen, let the folks know a little bit before we get into Restaurant Week and what's happening at Bally's Atlantic City. Let the folks know a little bit about you, please.
Sure. I'm Diane Spiers, and as you said, I work for Bally's Corporation. I have been there for about 2 years. We oversee 14 properties. We were just separated from another parent company, so we're Bally's Corporation. Some people feel that we're just Bally's, and there's 14 properties. So I'm happy to be a part of the team. The team is operated by Michael Monty. He's our general manager, and our chief marketing officer is Phil Giuliano. So it's a new team, a strong team, and really a lot of opportunities for the city for us to be there.
And we're so happy that you're with us here in Atlantic City. And you spoke about those two gentlemen, see them on the boardwalk all the time. Mr. Giuliano walking around, whatnot, and he'll be on this show actually. But you got some great names there. Diane, tell us a little bit you said 14 properties. Let the folks know that the magnitude of that, some of the locations. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm sure you know them.
It's great. North, south, east, and west. So we're in Rhode Island, we're in Dover, Delaware. We are in Biloxi, Mississippi, Shreveport, Louisiana, Lake Tahoe, Kansas City, and other locations as well.
That's awesome. And one of the cool things about the 6th floor over there at Bally's, you have a map. Is it on the 6th floor of the different locations out there? So if any of you folks want to know exactly where they're at, they're all over the place if you're doing some traveling. Listen, let's talk about what's going on that 6th floor and that building in general. I mean, the great dining, Jerry Longo's Meatballs and Martinis, brings a smile to my face, and with some of the characters you got in there too. Guy Fieri's Chop House, right? The Red Bull. Talk to us about some of those concepts and how they came to fruition and how they did this past summer.
Sure. So we invested $100 million into the property. We created new suites, new standard rooms. We created a carousel bar. The carousel bar is a rotating bar. It's the only bar in New Jersey. Has wonderful drinks and cocktails and a DJ. And then we had introduced the yard. The yard is the indoor-outdoor experience, and it has retractable roofs, so it's all year round. So it's not seasonal, it's all year round. So that's new, we're excited about that. We really focus on the dining level. As you said, we have the Chop House, Jerry Longo's, and other expansions. It's Red Bull, and that's on the casino floor. So when you go to the dining on the 6th, you can go to the different restaurants and the different bars. We have the VIP lounge for our hotel Play Reward guest. So lots of opportunities to, have a cocktail and have a steak or some fun food. So it's fun. It's a great experience.
It is an excellent experience, and I can recommend all those restaurants Diane just mentioned. Again, my favorites is Jerry Longo's Meatballs and Martinis. The meatball salad there is amazing, and whether it's the DJ and it's that Philly vibe. I don't know. Yes. It's just a cool place to eat and drink and hang out, and then the visuals are amazing. Now you mentioned the carousel bars. Give us a little detail about that. I know you did explain it, but let folks know. I get so many questions, whether it's on the radio show or out here. Tell us about that.
Sure. When you walk in, there's 24 seats around the bar, and you pull up and you have a seat and you have a cocktail, and then the bar rotates, takes 11 minutes. Some people feel it's too fast, some people feel it's too slow, but when you sit there, you can see the hotel lobby, you spin around to the casino floor, so it's you get to see everything just by sitting there in one spot.
Right, definitely worth checking out and everything out there. Just there recently with some friends and Showtime, Next Generation Boxing. Mm-hmm. You guys are doing a little bit of everything. I mean, you got some entertainment going on now, Bally's, the boxing. How did that turn out?
Boxing was great.
Yeah.
Before we took over the property, they didn't have any entertainment for 14 years. Mm-hmm. So we were excited to bring back a review show that we did last year, some entertainment, and this was our first boxing event, and it really performed well.
We had such a great time there. Again, I can only imagine what it's going to be like moving forward into 2022, winter, and into the spring of 23. So we have this Atlantic City Restaurant Week. This show is actually themed that way. Mm-hmm. Tell us some of your offerings and your experiences with Restaurant Week, Diane.
I love Restaurant Week. It's an opportunity.
Brings a smile to the
Yes,
face.
it does. It brings out locals. It brings in visitors. So it's the opportunity you can get a room, stay overnight, and experience really the city. And that's what it's about, driving people to the city, not just one location. So we're excited to be a part of the Restaurant Week with all the others.
Yeah, and some of the restaurants that are going to be featured, I see Red Bull and the Yard. So are the offerings up already, what they're going to be serving, or how's that work?
Yes, that's on our website, and you can visit at balliesac.com. And there's lunch offerings, there's dinner offerings, the Yard, and Red Bull 88, which is just located off the casino floor. So you get that Asian Pacific flair as well as, New England clam chowder or a sandwich at the Yard. So it's exciting.
One of the great things about your property also is the diversity of the different type of foods, and I think it's part of Atlantic City too. And mind you, folks, I want to tell you, it's not just Atlantic City Restaurant Week. There's other restaurants in the county that are participating, but we're talking with Bally's Atlantic City right now. And again, you have so many different type of food offerings and entertainment there. What do you see as far as moving forward? And we'll drop back to Restaurant Week again. The Yard, football season, has it been converted? I don't want to say converted, but have you seen that audience start coming in? And
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think with the Yard is it's a bunch of different things, and it grows as each week we learn something about it. So we started as a beer hall, so we have a beer hall. Then we have a restaurant, then becomes a nightclub, and it becomes a place to watch football. It's a place to hang on Saturdays afternoon to play cornhole. So it's a little bit it's something for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's well received.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, right off the boardwalk on the historic Atlantic City boardwalk, the first of its kind, the longest of its kind, and it's a great use of that space. And remember talking with Phil and you, and we're going to do this and that. And I'm trying to envision. I'm like, this is so cool. Mm-hmm. The music. How was that received this past summer? I mean, there was a lot of music. You had music inside, I believe, or DJs, yes. And then also on the outdoor too, correct?
Yes, correct. So we have duos that are still playing outdoors on the weekends, and you have your nightlife from 11 to 2 a.m. So indoor, outdoor bands, and you can open up the windows, the roof, so it's really all year round fun.
So there you go, folks. Make sure you get your tails out to Bally's Atlantic City. Lots of great things happening there. Spent some time in one of the rooms when you guys redid the rooms. Are beautiful. Mm-hmm. The visuals, that building, it just resonates with so much of Atlantic City. It has sentiment, you know what I mean? And when you said the 14 years that there was no entertainment or what, I'm like, holy smokes, I mean, so you're bringing it back in a big way, and we really appreciate you. Let the folks know again very quickly, if you don't mind, Restaurant Week and that website.
Yes, so Restaurant Week, come see us. You can dine at Red Bull 88 or the Yard, and you can visit us at balliesac.com.
There you go, balliesac.com, Atlantic City Restaurant Week. One of the things we do here is we always try to ask, give us one of your favorite Atlantic City stories. Don't mean to put you on the spot. We are at Stockton University, so I don't know if it's PG, R, or whatever. So go ahead, Diane.
It's PG. So very young, we will come down with my family, and my grandmother was a singer, and she was an entertainer at the Erin. So that on, whether you call it Arkansas or Arkansas, that's where she performed at the Erin Bar. So I have lots of great memories, and the $1 Million Pier and the boardwalk. So, when I looked out at Bally's, when I started working there, I looked at the pier, which was the $1 Million Pier, and I thought, that's where we used to go. Or I sat there on the beach with my family. So very warm-hearted memories.
Awesome. I couldn't have said it any better. That's great. See it by the warmth in your smile when you talk about those memories. Folks, been talking with Diane Spiers, Bally's Atlantic City. We'll be right back with our next guest. Stay right where you're at.